After a brilliant first day here at the Atlantic Future Forum, I'm delighted to be back live on HMS Queen Elizabeth for day 2. Yesterday we had important conversations about the very many global issues facing our world, including the future of global trade, rising digital cyber threats, the effects of geopolitical tensions and climate change. Again, we are live in the I think really unique setting, speaking in the hangar of the Royal Navy's flagship. There can be no better venue for us to explore the challenges of the future together. And I'm excited to be here for another very, very action-packed day of speeches and panel discussions. Today our focus is going to be very much on the future of defence and security and how we can harness emerging technologies to defend our nations against future threats. And it's a theme that's particularly important in the light of, well, the upcoming integrated review in the UK. And over the course of the day, we're going to hear from representatives from NATO, from industry, from GCHQ, and the UK and US armed forces. We're also pleased to have a small audience here with me in the hangar, but crucially we also have more than 800 delegates joining us virtually from all over the world. So welcome to you, and here's a reminder of a bit of digital housekeeping before we start our first panel for you to know how to make the most out of today's events. So you can watch all the sessions live today. The schedule shows you when everything is happening, and you can find out more about individual speakers on any panel just by clicking on their names. Some of our sessions will include an audience Q&A. If you want to submit a question, please do via the platform, and there's a kind of Q&A option there, and we will try and include as many as we can in the time we have. Networking has always been an important part of the AFF, and this year is no different. We're holding 2 networking sessions today, and this will be your opportunity to connect virtually with other delegates via the strategic partner booths in the Expo Hall or through delegate-to-delegate chat. And the networking sessions will also include themed discussions hosted by some of our strategic partners. So do take the chance, if you haven't had an opportunity yet, to explore the booths, take a bit of a dive into some of the many fascinating themes that we are exploring here at AFF20. You can also experience life on board HMS Queen Elizabeth with our virtual ship tours. I highly recommend them. Again, the AFF booth, which is in the Expo Hall, and you can see the future technology assets on display in the hangar today. And finally, today could not, of course, have happened without our strategic partners. And as with yesterday, we will be hearing more from them throughout the day. So we do have a packed agenda of panels and speeches for you to participate, and I am looking forward to being your guide again throughout the day. But I'm going to start by welcoming to the stage the AFF Chairman, Lord Sedwill.
Well, thank you, and welcome back to the Atlantic Future Forum, day 2 of this remarkable conference. And Samira, thank you very much again for not only introducing the day, but for navigating us through the rest of the session. We have, as Samira said, another packed programme. Yesterday we widened the aperture through both the panels and the keynote speeches to focus our attention on the fact that in the modern era, where the threats and opportunities are manifold, that national security needs to encompass not only the defence of the realm and threats to the safety of our citizens, but wider issues: economic security, environmental security, health security, and even democratic security. And we had some really enlightening panels who addressed many of those issues. I think one of the most interesting was on some of the challenges but also opportunities of operating in the digital space, and we'll hear more about that, I know. Delighted that Jeremy Fleming from GCHQ is here, and that's a preoccupation of his, and a topic on which I look forward to hearing from him. We also have the Secretary of State for Defence, Ben Wallace, whom I just welcomed, who's just joined us, and he'll be giving this afternoon's keynote address after the first panel, and will be here for much of the afternoon. Let me echo Samira's thanks and welcome to our commercial strategic partners, not only for your support for the event, but although we're now bringing the focus back into defence and security on this second day, it remains as important as it was yesterday that we have the business and commercial perspective. One of the things that is unique about this forum, other than the obvious, its venue and the fact that we're here on the carrier, is that we are determined to secure the best minds from business and have your input, just as we have the best minds from government and academia as well on these issues. So we're delighted that you're joining us again today and look forward to hearing from you on the panels. But first, one of our most important partners is going to address us. We began yesterday's session with a video from the Prime Minister, and today we're going to begin with a video from the man who's the guardian in the modern era, if you like, of the principles of the Atlantic Charter that began that video you've just seen a few minutes ago. And this is from Jens Stoltenberg, the Secretary General of NATO, a friend of mine, a friend of the UK, a friend of the US, and now a friend of the Atlantic Future Forum. So over to Secretary General Stoltenberg.
Lord Sedwill, dear Mark, Secretary of State for Defence, dear Ben, thank you so much for inviting me to speak with you all today. The United Kingdom has always been central to the success of our NATO alliance. Few things demonstrate this more clearly than this magnificent new carrier, HMS Queen Elizabeth. Earlier this month, it led a full-strength carrier strike group off the Scottish coast. Part of exercise Joint Warrior with the participation of 13 NATO allies. With 2 squadrons of F-35 fighters from the United Kingdom and the United States, it was the largest group of 5th-generation fighters anywhere in the world. Truly a force to be reckoned with. Today, our alliance faces many challenges. So through the NATO 2030 process, we are looking to the future, at how to make our strong alliance even stronger, politically, militarily, and more global. Using NATO even more as a forum to address our shared security, working with our partners around the world to deal with global challenges, and with the military capabilities, we need to always be more than a match for any potential adversary. Capabilities like HMS Queen Elizabeth. Now I leave you in the capable hands of the UK Ambassador to NATO, Dame Sarah McIntosh, and United States Ambassador Kay Bailey Hutchinson. Thank you, and I wish you a successful conference.
Thank you so much to the Secretary General for kicking off our day.